Okay, so let's talk about connecting Lead Sherpa texting software to Podio. So when your seller leads are ready and you text them and talk to them through Lead Sherpa and you're ready to get them put into your Podio system so you can track the seller leads, the offers, the contracts, how do we push them over automatically? So the first thing to do, get my box out of the way here, clean up my screen. First thing to do is to create a new campaign in Podio. You see I already have some here, but you're just going to add a campaign just like how I showed you in the previous marketing video. But you're going to be paying attention to the name of it. So it's going to say Sherpa texting campaign space plus space, your list source, so exact data, listability, and then your list that you pulled. So exact data, vacant houses, exact data, high equity houses. Make sure that name is set up. So then once that's done, you made your campaign, you are going to copy the name and hop into Lead Sherpa. So I'm going to go to my campaigns list. And then you're going to make a new campaign. Your name of your campaign is going to be what you just copied. I'm going to fill out everything else. And then I'm going to show you right now how to create this Zapier webhook. So you won't, as you're creating this campaign right now, have one here. We're going to make this right now so it'll be appearing in the drop-down list for future campaigns that you create. But you're going to click Zapier to Podio seller leads once we get past that step. So I'm going to X out of this before I create that. And I'm going to go to settings. Side note, while I'm there, I'll go back to campaigns list. If you have existing campaigns in Sherpa, you can also copy the name there and work backwards and name your Podio campaign by pasting that. That way it exactly matches, and this will also work. But I'm just going to go forward, and I'm going to go to settings and create that new Zapier workflow. So what I have to do, go to settings, manage app integrations, click that. We're going to add a webhook. Name it Zapier to Podio. And it's going to say enter your Zapier URL. So what is that? I'm going to give you below this video this link. So this link will give you a pre-filled Zapier workflow. Everything's all set up. You have to just click and fill in a few fields so it knows exactly where to put your seller lead in Podio. So click that. You're going to need a Zapier account already created. They're free up to a certain extent, but you're going to click that and it's going to drop into your Zapier account. Press try this Zap. So let's talk about what's going on here. There's 3 steps to this Zap. 1, it's looking to Lead Sherpa using a catch hook to pull in information from Lead Sherpa. And then it's going to find the related marketing campaign in Podio. And then it's going to create a seller lead and link it to the marketing campaign it found. So we're going to tell it how to do that. So webhooks by Zapier, we're using a catch hook, press continue. Here is your URL. You're going to copy that, jump back into Lead Sherpa and paste that there and press confirm. Now you have your Zapier link there that you can set on a campaign. That way it knows where to push. So I'm going to delete one that I just made. I'm going to delete this one eventually because they're just tests for this video. But once that's done, jump back to Zapier. Silent mode, unchecked, child key, don't fill that in, press continue. So that's done, press test, and it's going to pull in some fake data. You're going to see the campaign name. Remember, we're searching Podio for a campaign name that'll probably look like this, but the test data is going to say test campaign name. So when we test these workflows down here, it's going to try and make sure that they work correctly before we move to the next step. It's not going to work because it's not going to be able to find test campaign name. If you wanted to, I don't advise because we don't really need to, but if you want to make sure everything worked correctly, you can create a Podio campaign for this testing purpose called test campaign name. All you would do is just put test campaign name right there and save it. We're going to push on anyway using this test data, press continue. So now catch hook's done. It's going to know where to pull information from Lead Sherpa. Now we have to find our marketing campaign. So we're in Podio, we're going to find an item, press continue. What Podio account do you want to use? This is my one Podio account that connects to my acquisition space. So continue. You'll just log into your Podio account there. So now organization is your company name. You'll probably just have one thing here for your one company name. I'm going to pick mine. Workspace will be your acquisitions workspace. Mine's going to be named differently, but you're going to click acquisitions. For this test purpose and showing you this, mine's going to be the installer, which I installed your Podio system off of. Application will be campaigns. search field value is the name of campaigns, because again, we're looking for a campaign that exists in Podio. We're looking for this campaign, for example, to link the lead to when it comes in. So search field value will be the name of the campaign from your catch hook from Lead Sherpa. So press that. It should be pre-filled already, but you can do that and press continue. So now we're going to find that item. What are we looking for? That campaign name right there. If you hit test and continue, it's going to fail because it's looking for test name and it can't find it. But you're going to skip that test. That's fine. Close that. So now we're going to make a seller lead. Press Podio, press continue. Organization, same thing as before. We're going to go into our company. Our workspace will be acquisitions. I'm going to go to my installer one instead, but yours will be acquisitions. And then we're going to create a seller lead. So now our seller lead fields pull up. What is the seller's full name? You'll notice that some of these are required. So we're going to have to put in some fake information because Lead Sherpa doesn't have all the required information. So we're going to put some fake stuff in there. That way it can create the seller lead without any hiccups. You're going to have to go back and talk to that seller, of course, and fill out all that information that we're putting fake info for. So the seller full name, you just are going to type search here and type full lead full name right there from Lead Sherpa. Phone right here. You can put the mailing phone, you can put a semicolon, and then property phone. It's good. Email. Go down here and type in email. Lead email address. Go down here and type in address. One line. Good. How'd you hear about us? Put Sherpa, your catch hook. You can put your Sherpa campaign name, space, and we'll go down here and we will put our, let's go down. You can put a link directly to the conversation if you wish. Put another space, put a link to the conversation, space, and the Sherpa phone number that it came from, just for records. That way it's all in one field, just in case you need to reference it. Property type, we're gonna have to put some fake info here. So single family home, utilities, fake info again, occupancy vacant, utilities, beds 0, baths 0, garage 1, basement unfinished, reason for selling, need to discover, so that reminds you to talk to the seller lead, mortgage balance 0, seller willing to take balance to close, lowest asking price 0, price flexible, yes. Stage of lead, this is important, press new. Agent actions, press new. That way the seller lead is statused as new. And now we're done with the required fields. We don't need to fill anything else out besides this one right here. How'd you hear about us campaign? This is what's going to link it to, it's going to link your seller lead to your campaign. That way all your stats populate and it is successfully linked up. So how'd you hear about us campaign? We're going to press custom. You're going to go to find item because we searched for that campaign in the previous step. Press show all. You're going to press item ID. That's it for that. Scroll all the way down past everything else. And you're going to press continue. Then you're going to press skip test. And it's done. Close that out. I'm going to hide this here. Are you ready to turn on your Zap? Yes. So now your Zap is on. Make sure it's named Lead Sherpa to Podio. And then you can jump into Lead Sherpa. You'll have your webhook set up. I'm going to delete this because this is just for a test. You don't have to do that. But you'll have your one webhook set up. So now when you go to a conversation with a person, you can go and press push to Zapier. And that will push it directly into Podio. So just to go back, circle back, if you had an existing campaign, make sure the name right here matches one of your Podio campaign names. That way you can find it using Zapier. You can go back, edit that, and connect it to Zapier here. Or when you create a new campaign, you can connect it to Zapier here. Don't forget that or else it won't work. But that's how you set it up and get going with Lead Sherpa to Podio.